Show with everything you could ever want to make and do right at your fingertips.
I'm Stephen.
I'm Fern.
And let's check out what's coming up on today's show.
In Techno Fingertips, find out how to make a tattoo you can say to tattoo.
In Little Fingertips, we show you how to step out in style in a pair of customised jeans.
And in Fun Fingertips, we show you how to make the skillful game of dartry.
For all the details on today's makes, you can video the show and play it back later, look on our website or grab a pen and paper and jot it down straight away.
How about us spooking your mates or scaring your neighbours? We're sure to give anyone a fright because...
we're the Fingertips Gruesome Goblins.
Yeah, and believe it or not, our knobbly gnarled noses and gruesomely garish grins started out as egg boxes. And a little bit of pulp paper.
So go on, have a go at turning one of these
into me.
Gruesomely clever.
It really is clever, and all you need is an egg box to create a goblin that even Harry Potter would be proud to conjure up. Now, the cool thing about an egg box is it has a built-in hinge for the goblin's moving mouth and loads of knobbly bits for the goblin's eyes and nose. Now, the first thing you want to do is just mark across the base of your egg box and across the top and then cut this out. Now, it can be a bit tricky cutting an egg box, so do take your time.
Now, to make your gruesome goblins features, you need to make some pulped paper. Now, this may be a new technique, but it's actually really simple to do. You just start off with some shredded newspaper in a bowl like this. Then get some water and pour it all over the top of your shreds of paper so they get nice and soggy like that. And then with a wooden spoon, get stirring. Now, if you work really hard in stirring your paper for about half an hour, you will get your pulped paper, but you do have to work really hard. So it's easier if you just leave it for a couple of days after you've stirred it so it can break down by itself. Whichever way you choose, your pulped paper should end up looking like this. Now get some handfuls of this stuff, it's very gooey, and just squeeze out all of the excess water like that. It does feel really nice, actually. And then pop that into another bowl. Now, you want to squeeze out enough water so that it doesn't crumble but does stick together nicely. So that should do it. Once you've done all the paper, you want to add a healthy splodge of PVA glue. So in that goes. There we go. And then give it another stir.
Your egg box should now look something like this, and the egg box offcuts with a bit of trimming should make perfect eyes. So let's just trim that off there and pop the eyes in place. One just there and one just there. There we go, there's the eyes. Now, if you make a hole in the back of the egg box, this will be for your thumb, and this will help you open up the jaw of the gruesome goblin and will act as a good waggling tongue. It's taking shape, isn't it?
It's looking great. And if you just get a bit of clear wrap now and pop it in between his mouth, then when you start pulping the paper, his teeth won't get stuck together. Now you just want to get bits of your pulp paper, it's nice and gooey now, and you can just mould it into any shape you want. I'm just going to start with the nose.
And when you're finished, you should have something that looks like this. Now, we've added ears, also eyebrows, some big nostrils and a sticky out bottom lip. And because the paper pulp is quite thick in places, it can take a bit of time to dry. But when it has, you'll have a ready-to-paint gruesome goblin.
You could paint your goblin a gruesome green and give him a bright red mouth. We've also added some luminous paint to his eyes and teeth to make him look extra spooky.
So if you fancy making your own Fingertips gruesome goblin, check out the Fingertips website. All you do is click on Top Make and all the information will be there. We'll give you the address at the end of today's show. But of course, if you have recorded today's programme, then you can watch it back whenever you like. And if you've got a pen and paper, then why don't you
have a look at this?
Make a bowl of pulp paper using shredded newspaper mixed with water and PVA glue. Mark out the shape of a goblin's head and cut along the lines. Then use 2 bits of egg box as eyes. And for the tongue, cut a hole big enough for your thumb. Then use pulp paper to add ears, eyebrows, big nostrils and a sticky out jaw. Leave it to dry, it may take quite a long time. And then paint your goblin in spooky green and use luminous paint for a really scary touch. They look brilliant, don't they?
They do, and it looks as though they're about to spring into life.
So, I've got making a gruesomely clever
Fingertips gruesome goblin. If you're brave enough to try.
Got a minute?
Because this is the part of the programme where we show you how to make something in under a minute using bits and pieces you can find around your house.
Today it's my turn to make.
And it's my turn to time.
And this is all it takes.
Not a lot of stuff.
Not a lot of stuff at all.
Now, as we always say, we're not going to tell you what it is. Try and guess as Fern makes. Are you ready?
I'm very ready today, yes.
OK. 3, 2, 1, go, go, go!
OK, Matchbox, open this section out. Now I need to do some careful cutting. I need to cut out this bit here. There we go. And make a cut there. Then,
10 seconds have gone, everybody. You would put this in maybe your garden, OK? There's a little clue.
Don't give too much away, Stephen.
No.
Then I need to cut a slit down here and then make that slit
20 seconds have gone.
OK, there we go. Now it's moving on to this part of the matchbox. Cut up here
this
and
is
make
a close one, you know.
a nice rectangle. I'm quite confident, you know, actually.
Once you do it, nobody knows. 33 seconds have gone.
Bit of tape on there. Then push this through here. And stop!
40
Stop, Mr. Mulhern.
Very good.
Thank you very much.
Excellent. Come on,
tell you what it is.
Yeah.
This is a bird feeder. This one is loaded with a nut, and a bird comes along here, taps on top, and out pops its lunch. Look at that. There we go. So it has to use its mind and its body to get its food. I'll show you one more time, look. OK, imagine this is a bird, yeah? Cheep, cheep.
Nice.
Yeah. It comes along, it's flying, beak, hits the top.
Woo!
Jackpot! Its lunch pops out.
It's great, isn't it? Now, there's only one tricky bit to this, and it's just the cutting of the tray of the Matchbox. So we'll show you that one more time. All you do is just snip at the ends, there and there, and just cut that bit off, like that, get rid of that. And then you cut along this side, like that, and again along the other side. And you just want to take an extra bit away from either side. So just snip along here, like that, and snip along this side as well.
Gives it some spring, doesn't it?
Very careful, exactly, because that's your flappy bit just there. There we are. So, if you want to cheer up a chaffinch...
Stop a starling from starving.
Or pamper a pigeon.
Make a cheap treat.
It'll only take a minute. So why don't you give it a go and try and beat the clock? Clock.
Show him, Stephen.
No.
Show them, Stephen.
No.
Stephen, show them. Stephen. Now, if you're thinking, what a twit for having his forehead tattooed, you'd be right about the first bit, but wrong about the second bit. You see, this is a temporary tattoo and not a real one. Because this is Techno Fingertips, the part of the programme where we show you how to put technology to creative use. And today we've used special printer paper and a computer to produce our very own temporary tattoos.
And there are loads of different designs. Check some of these out. Here we go. Look, we've got the love heart. Very, very nice. Got yin and yang. How about that? And up here, look, here's my fave, look. Look at that.
Now, I've also been working on a fern leaf design on the computer. And as you can see, I've put the design right at the bottom of the page, so when I print it out, it'll be at the bottom of the paper. So, let's print it out and have a look at what it looks like. Here it comes. Oh, lovely. Now you just need to leave that to dry. And whilst you're leaving it to dry, you could spend this time making some other designs. On our website, we've got some more that you can print off, and we'll give you that address at the end of the show.
Now, when you have got your tattoo, cut it out and leave a space around the edge. And the reason you print off at the bottom of your paper is that you've got all of this room up here to use the paper again, so you can fit on a lot more transfers.
And now it's time to peel off your design. This bit can be a little bit fiddly, but here goes. There we go. And then you just need to pop it onto your skin. And you're tattooed. Look at that. Woohoo!
Simple as that.
And once you're bored of your body art, or the person who it refers to, just peel it off. Derek, you're dumped. They're expensive, they're exclusive, and all the stars are wearing them, from Madonna to Britney. What am I talking about? Customised jeans. Fringing, beading, glitter, and would you believe I didn't sew a single stitch, all done with no-sew glue and fabric paint. And the best thing about them is they didn't cost a pop star's salary. Now you can get fabric paints in all different colours, which are absolutely brilliant for customising your clothes. Check out these squirty fabric paints. These give a really nice, bold line. They're really easy to use, and you can get them in some fantastic colours, like this glittery one I'm using here, and you can even get them in a pearly colour. Look at that. It's beautiful, isn't it? And you can also get fabric paints, which come in a little pot, and you just paint them on using a paintbrush, but you may need to check the instructions on the packet to make them stay permanent. And you can also get these in some lovely glittery and pearly colours. Now, you may want to draw your designs out on paper first, so you don't make any mistakes, just like the real designers do. And check out this no-sew fabric glue, which means you don't have to do any sewing whatsoever. Just put some little blobs of glue on there. Just a very small amount will do nicely. There we go. And then you can add whatever spangly and sparkly bits you like in a fraction of the time. Looks very pretty. And don't worry, because that glue will dry clear. And don't forget to fray your jeans J-Lo style. Just unpick the seams and then pull out all the thread. Now, this does take a little bit of time, but don't worry, because once you've finished, it does look absolutely wicked. How cool is that? And there's loads of other techniques you can do. Come on down, model 1. You could try hanging strings of beads off the pockets or even off the ankles of your jeans. Or what about sticking patches on your jeans to create this mad mosaic effect? We've used more fabric glue for sticking on the patches. It's really quick and easy to do, and it looks fantastic. And check out these sophisticated spiderweb designs, simply made by cutting slits in the denim, folding back the flaps, gluing them in place, then stick thin fabric on the back and decorate with silver fabric paint. Absolutely wicked. And you can check out our website. Just click on little and you'll find all of these top designs. We'll give you the address at the end of the show. So have a go at being your own fashion designer and make your very own little fingertips customised jeans. Cool. Welcome to Darchery, the brand new fun fingertips game that combines the accuracy of archery, the technique of blowpipe, and the top score of darts, 180!
Now, as this sport has been invented by us, it means no one knows about it, which also means it's very easy to become the best.
Or the worst in the country. Whoops. Now, the trickiest bit of the whole make is probably finding two straws, one that fits inside the other, like that, with room to spare. Now, once you have found them, take your fatter straw and cut it in half. Then take a small ball of modelling clay and just push it into the end like that. Now you're ready to load, aim and fire. Now, to avoid a disappointing shot like that, here's a fingertips top tip. Press the inside straw very lightly into the end of the modelling clay. Then the pressure will build up, and when you fire, it should go like a rocket. Here goes. Look at that! Unless you push it too far into the modelling clay, Stephen Mulhern.
Target's next. Now, if your target collapses, that's because it's designed to collapse, and they're very easy to make. Just get your hands on a piece of card and fold it in half, like this. And then you want to cut along the crease. So you get your scissors, and cut along there. Now, I know this sounds crazy, but you're now going to stick it back together again. I'll tell you why in just a second. Let's just put a bit of sticky tape along there, like that. Now, this will make a nice floppy hinge. You see, if you just folded the card, it wouldn't be loose enough. Now, on the bottom part, you want to draw a target, or you could do what I've done and go to the Fingertips website and just print one off. We'll give you the address at the end of the show. Now, where the target is, you want to cut a third of the way in, so just about there, and cut half the way up, and then across, like that. And then you're going to stick this back in place too. So another bit of sticky tape just here, and your target is nearly complete. So a bit of sticky tape there, and let's check. if it works. You stick it to an upright surface like this, and hopefully when the target gets hit, the top part should fall down. Gets hit, it falls. It's perfect.
Score is next. What you want to do is paint a little face onto a ping pong ball. Or, like I've done, you could print one out from our website, cut it out and then stick it in place. Now you want to make the body, and you do this by getting a small piece of paper and then gluing one side of it and then fold it into a little tube shape like that. And I also printed this design off from our website. We will find a whole load that you can download and print off. Just click on Fun and all the details will be there. Or, if you like, you could make your own one. Then pop your head on and there you have it. A scorer in 2 halves.
You're nearly ready to play, but before you do, place a cereal box under each of your targets and give them all a score. You're now ready for the rules.
Each contestant has 3 darts and there are 3 targets to aim for. You get 20 points for a fall-on body, 20 points for a fall-on head, and anything that lands in a box here gives you an extra 10 points.
Oh, so to score a maximum of 180! Every part of every character must fall into the box.
Shall I show them how it's done, Stephen?
Oh, don't shoot! Please! And next time on Fingertips, find out how to make these long-legged animals with altitude.
In Food Fingertips, we show you how to make chalky ice cream without the use of a freezer.
And start saving your water bottles for a great make that will improve your footy skills.
Well, that's it for today's show.
If you want to make anything from the programme, then why don't you check out the Fingertips website? The address is just there.
And we'll see you next time for some more
Fingertips!
See ya!
Bye!